Hello and welcome to my knife channel. Well, I got in quite a few more Rough Riders, and here they are. These two are Novelty Knife Company over here, these little brass handles. I wanted to try those out, but this is an earlier doctor's knife that I got in. Let's see what the model number is. 281. I got it from an eBay seller, and I just want to show you just a couple of differences about it. One of the things that I noticed right away is I got a cracked handle, cracked bone. But that's all right. It's one of the early ones where they have always ready on there, and 440 razor sharp steel is pressed in here instead of like roll stamped. And this is the earlier one, so I guess they just decided that that wasn't important to put that. I think the blade steel is more important than the model number or that it was made in China. Anyway, it's not bad. It's a red pick bone. The shield is a little bit off, as you can see on this. But you can't get these. They're not in stock. I mean, you can get them on eBay sometimes, but a lot of times it's hard to find them. So that's a nice little addition. This is the new part of their Stoneworx. It's the Malachite and mother of pearl. And the other one that I had, the blue ocean, you can see they did their pattern. See how it's slanting this way on this one, and on that one it's slanting that way a little bit. But yeah, they're basically the same kind of knife. This one has the sheepfoot blade on it. I really like that malachite. I like that color. I've always liked malachite. And then you've got a spatula. Whoops, crap, same guy. Spatula blade there. Focus on this guy, not the background. Focus on that one. Camera, getting confused. But yeah, it's a nice knife. So there's that one. Just move these guys out of the way as I go through them. Now this is a doctor's knife also, but it's in the, let me show you. This was the green malachite's box. Malachite and pearl. And this one is the High Plains series doctor knife box. Look how huge those things are compared to the knife. I mean, they take up a lot of space. But this is cool, man. This part right here is smooth. Now I have one proud pin right here. You can feel. I'm gonna have to file that down. But the rest of these are smooth, and it's stepped. It's ridged. Let me zoom this guy in a little. Yeah, it has a ridged shape to it. Slant arm bolsters. But yeah, it's nice. Kind of like a stepped feeling to it. And of course, this one has the drop point blade. See, now the new ones are putting 440 and a stamp up here. Now some of the newer ones are etching that stuff in there. They went away from the roll stamp. They should have put it down there, like that last one that had the stamp right down here on the steel. And you've got it up here, man. That just is, they call that billboarding, but it's just like, it just really detracts. You're looking at the knife. You don't want to be looking at Eat It Joe's or some advertisement like that on your blade, you know? Yeah, that's just my opinion. Alright, so we got that guy out of the way. This is a little brass. No, they make two sizes. This is the smallest one. They have a brass lockback, a small one and a bigger one. I wanted the smaller one. I'll get the bigger one also. What's neat about brass is it patinas. I think that's just oil and gunk there. Focus you. Focus right there. Oops. bouncy, bouncy. Yeah, but it's got it's not a match strike nail. Plus, there's plenty of room to put your fingernail in there, and it's just a nice little. Yeah, that's just oil. 2004 is the model number, and it has a blade length of. I think it's like about 2 inches, or oh, it was on inches again. I'm trying to line up centimeters. Get over there. Yeah, about 5 centimeters. See, I marked this where it's 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, so I can quickly get to it. But yeah, this is a cool little one. It's got a little hole for either. You could put a lanyard on there by putting a key ring through there and then tying the lanyard to that, or you can just put it on the key rings. That's a cool little knife. This guy's a little bit smaller than I expected. I thought it was going to be the same size as the dog knife, but it's a little bit smaller. It's just a little pen knife or office knife that has basically two pin blades on it. You know, one on one side, one on the other. It's got horses on this side. The pins stick up a little bit, but they're designed that way. You know, it's just made that way. This thing was only like about $4.99. So it's not an expensive knife by any stretch of the imagination. Look at that little tiny blade there. Three centimeters, maybe 1 inch, a little over an inch. And the main blade, let me get him out. Yeah, this is on the smaller one, the horse one. It's about a 2 inch blade or 5 centimeters. So yeah, that's cool. The design on it is pretty cool, and it's a thin blade. It's metal. I don't have my scale out here right now, but it doesn't weigh super heavy. This one's dogs, and it's a little bit bigger. Got dogs chilling in the background. Looks like a Labrador. And the same kind of blade. These are a little bit, this one's a little bit longer. About 2.5 inches or 5.5 centimeters. Excuse me. All right. And then everybody's seen this guy, the Kamp King. They're back in stock. It's like $15. Well worth it. If you want to see a really good review on it, go to Tobias Gibson. He did a very good review on these. Other people have done better reviews. This is just my initial impression. It's sturdier than I thought. You know, the original Kamp Kings were kind of like plasticky and everything. This is all solid bone, jigged and everything, and the blades are all good on it. And that all, I'm going to get a piece of leather and try that. I was going to bring my belt out here, an old belt, and try that all on it. But that looks perfect, man. That all looks better than that angle iron thing. And the bail is solid instead of pulled out, which is good because it's flexible and it's sturdy and it'll stay there. It's no problem. So, yeah, Kamp King, that's pretty cool. And then I had another Zorro knife, you know, the double-ended one. Well, they also sell a Zorro like this. And this is like the cheapest you can get a knife, you know. It's like, these are rivets. But it's got a decent blade, a heavy pull on it. It locks in really solidly. And then the backside, I thought they'd have another, you know, Zorro picture on it or something, but they don't. So yeah, it's got a picture of Zorro. It looks like he's stabbing his horse. Doesn't look. He's got his sword and that's why the horse is rearing up. He's like, ah, man, I thought we was together. I didn't know Zorro killed his horse on this one. Yeah, so this is the Zorro kills his horse knife. Pretty rare one because after that he didn't have a horse and he had to walk around and he wasn't very effective. And then we have a glow lady leg. This is my first lady leg. I was getting it mainly. I've never been impressed with lady legs, but I've never had one either. I just looked at it and went, man, that's so unfunctional. But actually, when you use it, this fits in perfectly in your hand. In that high heel, you think it'd be in your way, but it's not really. It doesn't dig into your hand or anything. There's like a gap here. You're going to be doing real heavy work with it. And you could probably use this as a cap lifter, you know, bottle cap. Just doop. Some of them you got to watch out. You'll mess it up. You know, because it's like nickel, silver, and you can mess it up. But this is, it's got the lining sticking out. I think that would hit the cap before you do that. So that's another one. And then they sell sheaths and stuff too. So I got this leather sheath thinking that I could put my little glow-in-the-dark handle knife into it. But as you can see, it'll still work. But I would have to basically remove this. You can remove this. You can see how it could just come loose. But this knife does fit in here, but it fits more like this. Look how far down it can go. But it works. I mean, it fits. You could carry it even like this far if you wanted a little more access to it, and it's still not going to fall out and everything, and it'd still be accessible. So it's a little bit bigger than it should be. Like this is only like a 3.5 inch blade on this thing, with the overall is 6 inches, and right here you've got, this could probably fit a 5-inch blade. The blade itself, I didn't think they had a 4-inch blade one, but yeah, this thing is, it'll accept a bigger knife than that. Anyway, that's what I got so far. I've got more of them coming in. Yeah, I've been going kind of knife crazy and everything, but yeah, this is what I do. When I get my money in, I get a bunch of knives and I look at them and I fiddle around with them, and then I put them in a little box or something. Like these will be real close to me because when I get a new knife, I like to fidget with it and everything. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, this is what happens when you start collecting knives, man. More of them appear. Have a nice day. Something I hadn't noticed. Look at that amber. That is really cool. That amber in this side of the bone. I mean the mother of pearl. Look at that coloring. I didn't notice that before. Well, I said, it's an initial impression. I just look at these knives and later on I get to handle them. Also, something I've noticed on these ones right here, they have a relief right here for your fingers. On both of them. On this blue one here too, you can see how it's been relieved for your fingers. So, yeah, but I just wanted to show you that's pretty cool, that coloration there, that darker color on the top. Just how it depends on how you turn it in the light. Here you go. I thought I'd add that there for you.